Hey, Dr. Julie here. Today we're looking at day 3 of our weight loss challenge. So today it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to share some information that may be just what it is that you may need. Here's the thing. We need to understand that we need to take time apart from our busy schedule. Yeah, we can get busy throughout the day. So we need to make sure that we're planning our schedule, not just our food and our water and all of that, but we also need to plan out our day so we can get rest, meditation, and also have time for exercise. So that's what we're going to be looking at today, walking and meditation. How key this is spending time with God, making sure that our mind is ready and set so we can be motivated and doing those things that we can do. And exercise is one of those things that our body needs. We have like 840 muscles or 600 and some muscles. So we need to exercise. We need to move. And with that, we need to calm the mind because we're so busy doing so much that we need to take a rest, take a vacation. Yes, research shows that if we take a vacation at least once a week for 24 hours, that is going to make us more productive, and it's going to also create health, well-being, and all of that too. So this is the cycle that most people get caught into. If you always think the way you always thought, then you'll always feel the way you always felt. And if you always feel the way you always felt, then you'll always do what you've always done. So if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you have always gotten. So if you always get what you always gotten, then you'll always think the way you always thought. That's the cycle that we go into. And you would think that, how can I change that? Well, we got to change the way we think. That's why meditation is so important, to calm our mind, get us balanced and secure and stable. So then that way we can start thinking on those things that are good. Thinking on, yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm making a choice for the better. Those are the things that we need to be doing. So if we don't, what happens is we get inflammation inside the system. Inflammation, what happens in your body when you have excess body fat? Inflammation. You have inflammation. What happens in your body from visceral fat cells? That means that they're large and there's lots of them. That's around the middle part where you have the fat, which is not good because not only is it here, but it's around your organs, and that is a key part. So this causes lack of oxygen, low oxygen, which triggers inflammation. See the point here? Very vital, very important, because oxygen is very much needed. When you're not even thinking about it, you're breathing on your own. And oxygen is one of the key things that we definitely need. So did you know that the trend, if it continues going the way it is, that almost 4 in 10 adults are going to be predicted to be obese by 2035. 2035. Now that may seem like a long time off, but everything is gradually and it keeps going in a certain direction. This is not good. This is what 2015, around 3 in 10 adults were obese. So we have regular, we have overweight, and then we have obese. So we're seeing 33% of the people in 2015 were healthy, 38% were overweight, and 29% were obese. That's not a good thing, because if you add this up, that's like 60 or 70, yeah, almost 70. So we're looking at 67% and 33%. So we're looking at, this is not good. That is, the trend is going in the wrong direction. We need to do something, and we need to do it now. So inflammation increases with weight gain. We see that weight gain is associated with increased inflammation in the body. In 2019, there was a study published that said that the levels of a key inflammatory marker in the bloodstream known as C-reactive protein, that's CRP, increased as weight increased. So they're looking at that protein to find out as a marker as weight, right? So this inflammation appears to be triggered by hormonal and metabolic changes and remains until excess weight is lost. So what do we need to do? We need to look at the hormones and the metabolic changes that are happening in our body. Things are slowing down, so things aren't happening very much. So the body is not really utilizing, because it doesn't have enough oxygen to be able to move around, get things done inside the system, so then that way it can work properly. So with that, we also see that we start getting, or it leads to insulin resistance, or known as IR. So inflammation in the body can lead to insulin resistance. Well, this is due to inflammatory compounds that impair the way insulin works inside our system. And this leads to higher glucose levels as well as fat accumulation in the liver. We talked about liver yesterday, which further contributes to insulin resistance. So they can start to fuel one another, causing a vicious cycle, because what's going to take place is weight gain causes more insulin resistance, and insulin resistance leads to more weight gain. It's a vicious cycle inside the system of your body, creating more and more havoc, more and more problem, more and more inflammation, more and more weight gain. So what can we do? We also see that leptin resistance. Leptin is a key hormone, right? And it tells the brain when to eat and when to stop eating. Now, if we have a problem with this, we're going to have a problem of not knowing when to stop eating. And so that whole thing is going to be disrupted. And so this hormone is very, very easy. Not only that, but when to speed up or to slow down your metabolism. You see the point? The hormones, as well as leptin resistance, is that hormone, and your metabolism. So, however, research published by the International Journal of Molecular Science in 2020 suggests that leptin functioning is altered when weight gain and inflammation. So, how do we get leptin stuff? That hormone that controls the speed of our metabolism, when we should eat and when we shouldn't eat. Here it is. It's when we have weight gain and inflammation. So this is so important that we understand that. So let's look a little more about insulin. You see, insulin, when the body does not respond to insulin correctly, it produces more insulin to make up for that response. Not only that, but your IR, it increases in the insulin due to the insulin resistance, triggers an increase in the number of cells produced, which can lead also to cancer. So we're seeing that not only does all these things with weight gain and having excess weight cause other health issues, this is so vital and so key. So what can we do? Stress, because stress on the system by being overweight, stress on the mind because we have so much going on and things we want to do and we get worried and we get concerned, it causes stress. So when stress is released, that hormone called cortisol, that's the other one, leptin, cortisol. Okay, so cortisol, which increases the visceral fat around your organs. So relaxation techniques like meditation. We need to learn to meditate. We need to meditate upon God's word, because God's word has some really powerful promises that we can hang on to. The precious, powerful promises. Deep breathing, right? Take a walk, so key to get rid of stress. Hug someone that you love. That always makes you feel better. Get a massage. That helps keep things moving. They also have a massage called lymphatic system, and it helps with the lymphatic system, which is getting the junk out of the system. Great things. If you live in my area, I could probably help you with that. Aromatherapy, different oils that are really good. Artwork, leisure activities, positive self-talk, express gratitude, social support. Those are some of the things that we can do when we have all this stress in our system. The next thing is go to bed on time. Why do we want to go to bed on time? Because the key point here is sleeping, having a scheduled time to sleep. And when we have that scheduled time, every hour before midnight, we realize that it's like equivalent to 2 hours. So if you go to bed at 9 p.m., 10, 11, 12, that means that you'll have 3 hours before midnight. That's like 6 hours in the bank for bed, right? And so you will then feel so much more rested and you'll feel restored, right? And if you don't do this, then it's going to create inflammation and joint pain. So did you know that many health professionals now consider sleep just as important as weight loss, as diet and activity? They do. And adult bodies need approximately 7 to 8 hours of continuous sleep most nights to rest, repair, and recharge for the next day. Sure, caffeine may give you that energy, but it also gives you a very low, and it's not good. So don't do the caffeine, because it has problems affecting our sleep. So getting enough sleep, that means 7 to 8 hours, not under 6, leaves your body without resources and it needs to function properly, creating new inflammation if we get less than 6 hours of sleep a night. and it aggravates inflammation inside the system. So with that, you remember this here, the healthy cell, the damaged cell, and the disease cells. It's about being healthy, where you don't have so much toxin or inflammation as it continues to build up, and then we have insulin resistance that can be part of it as well. And so we need to make sure that we're doing something about that. So if you have inflammation in your system, of course you do if you're overweight, you need to test so we don't have to guess. And these are the main things that we're testing for, so we can understand exactly where it is, what's happening with that inflammation inside the system, so then that way we can take care of it. So again, my special offer, if you want to get the Functional Lifestyle Reset book, it's originally $50, but if you want to get it in the next week or so, I'll give it to you for $30. That also includes shipping and handling. Also, if you want to get another book to help you with meal plans and scheduling, stuff like that, for extra $20, which would be a total of $50, getting the two books together. And that's also included with shipping and handling, $50 for the two books. The biggest thing is testing, so you don't have to guess. The hair analysis and the blood test, for sure, you should get those. The cost is usually about $1,200, but I'm offering it for $899. So that includes the two health consults, plus the report consults and stuff with that. And if you want that, you can call me at 706-953-9512. Again, that number is 706-953-9512. And you have until about a week, next week, to get this special offer. You can text me at this number or call me, and we can set up for a payment, so then that way you can get the test done. This is Dr. Julie with your 3rd day weight loss challenge. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm here to help you along the way.